Oh,
So
dude,
you talk
get
about
ready.
holding people accountable, setting that standard and like the big four, and that's probably really clear with your crew what is expected of that day. Obviously, you communicate if, hey, you're not all in today. Like, what's the deal? Like, is that how you address it? Like, I'm just trying to identify for people listening, like, how do I solve this issue without the person coming back being like, dude, you're being kind of a dick today, blah blah blah. You know what I mean? Like, how do they how would you go about addressing that?
Well, I mean, I think that I mean, you have to come at people from a position of humility, and I think that sometimes people forget about that when they get elevated into a leadership position, you know, um, and leadership is nothing more than the ability to create influence, right? And so if people know that you're invested in them, and they know that they care about you, and you care about them, whatever what I'm trying to say.
Hmm.
Um, they're willing to go so much further for you, and if you approach somebody and you say, why are you being such a dick today? It's gone too far.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? You got to talk to them. Hey, what's up? Everything okay? All right. What do you need? What can I do for you? And then actually do those things. Don't just say, what can I do for you? And then just give it lip service and walk away. Give them, and that
Yeah.
happens a lot. What can I do to make your job easier
Yeah.
as a battalion chief? Well, you would help me by, as a captain, I'm saying to you as my boss, as a BC, I need you to stop doing these things.
Hmm.
And that's what you're saying in your head, right? And then they go, okay, well, we're not going to talk about that. And you're like, wait a minute, you just asked me,
Yeah.
right? So the people that make changes are the ones who, request input from their people. They take it to heart. They're introspective themselves, and they say, okay, what do I actually need to do? And then they actually do it. That's the problem. It's follow through a lot of times but in terms of accountability, the big four is an accountability system. It's a way of building trust. And accountability is not synonymous to me with discipline. It's not something where you say, we're going to start holding people accountable and we're going to increase accountability through fear and through writing people up and creating a disciplinary process.
Hmm.
Right? I think that when you do that, you're doing it wrong.
Yeah.
So the accountability exists when we're doing it for each other because we care enough about each other to have those talks and we trust each other. That's what it's all about. And that's what the whole fully involved thing is about creating trust and investment and communication. Those are, the most important things that we have, in our jobs is, communication, trust, and people that we're willing to invest,
Hmm.
so